Hey everybody, welcome to a new video. In today's video, you're probably thinking, what are going to be, based on the title, what are going to be the secret money-making keywords for print on demand, for Redbubble, for TeePublic, for Zazzle, etc. Guys, I'm going to be 100% honest. This video is a little bit clickbaited because I'm not going to be able to give you a keyword that's a magical money-making keyword. I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm going to give you a concept of how to find keywords that potentially can bring you income. I'm not Jack and the Beanstalk. I'm not going to be able to give you a bean that's going to grow to the top of the sky, and you're going to be able to reach the giants, and you're going to collect some golden goose that pops up these golden eggs. I'm not going to be able to do that, guys. The reality is this is real life. Print on demand is real life. If something sounds too good to be true, it's too good to be true. I'm not going to be able to give you a keyword that's going to change your life. So if you came here for that, I'm sorry to say. The only reason why I titled the video the way it was is because I want to give emphasis to the fact that there are no golden keywords. It's just a matter of situation, and I'll explain. It comes down to two situations on Redbubble. And right now what I'm doing is I'm not giving the man a fish. I'm teaching the man how to fish so they can eat for a lifetime as opposed to eating a meal. Does that make sense? So I want to be clear about what I'm doing here. I'm teaching you, in my opinion, and I'm not saying that I'm some sort of genius here, but I'm teaching, in my opinion, how I get certain keywords and my understanding of making money through certain keywords. All right, so let me explain. Let's just say, for example, you had only one design to upload to Redbubble, right? You only have one design to upload to Redbubble. Now, we know majority of the categories on Redbubble, niches, categories, keywords, whatever you want to call it, are saturated. We know that. But we also know that with certain tactics, with certain ideas, we can access less saturated niches. We know that for a fact. I can give you guys a quick example. Here, I searched for the keyword star. Well, star has 1.496 million results. So 1,500,000 roughly. Well, if I search for blue star, right, that number should go down. And indeed, it has 308,000 results. Well, let's say if I search for cartoon blue star, there should be even less results, 17,178 results. Now, what I'm trying to say here is that, yes, there are certain keywords that people can look for that are less competitive than others, right? If I have, for example, if my concept of making money on Redbubble has to kind of shift here, right? And I'll explain. So really what we have to understand is that there's really two main ideas with Redbubble. I can create a design in a very, very competitive space like the keyword star, right? And the only way I could really make money from this design, assuming that I'm not going to wait forever or a long period of time, right? And when I say a long period of time, I'm talking about months, years to make sales. I can take it into my own hands, and what I could do is I could take my design, let's just assume this is my design, and I could promote it on social media, I could promote it on blogs, I could promote it basically everywhere outside of Redbubble, right? That will indeed create for me sales. But we have to not fool ourselves here. My sales didn't come from the Redbubble platform because if this is my design, right, and I created this design brand new for the keyword star, let's just assume that was the only tag I added. Well, in that case, I would be waiting for years before I made a sale, especially if there's 1.5 million results. I might not even ever make a sale. But if I use social media, if I use outside sources, if I use Pinterest, if I use Instagram, if I use blogging, if I use all these different things, now I can actually control my destiny. I can control the amount of sales that I actually have. And my design won't be on page 50 anymore. It might be on page 20. It might be on page 10, 5, page 2, etc. through time and through sales. We know that the algorithm is controlled partially on Redbubble by the amount of sales someone generates, right? We know that. This is not a mystery. This is not an idea. And this is not just for Redbubble. We can use this same concept for Merch by Amazon, right? Merch by Amazon, or Amazon in general, has the Amazon bestseller ranking, right? And this bestseller ranking controls when somebody types in a keyword, how high you're going to rank, right, amongst all the other designs. So if somebody searches on Amazon, like let's say Blue Star t-shirt as an example, you have all the different products that fit that keyword query, right, based on their tags and their keywords, and then they're going to be arranged by who essentially has more reviews and the bestseller ranking. Typically, design or products on Amazon that have more reviews are going to be designs that have a higher bestseller ranking. That's not always true, but I'm just giving you an example because it shows more sales, etc. Now, that's not the point, but that's one aspect of getting the sale on Redbubble. You have another aspect where instead of competing for a highly competitive keyword, we can go for a less competitive keyword, create the design in a less competitive niche, and we can sit back and we can wait until we make money, right? We know we can do that, right? We know we can do that. Now, granted, it might take longer, but that's also a way that we can sit back and wait. And that's more passive, obviously, because we're just creating the design and we're sitting back and we're waiting. Well, based on that notion, then it's very clear that there is no such thing as a winning keyword, a winning niche, or a winning idea. And I'll explain why. This is the same concept in the Shopify world. If you guys are familiar with the Shopify world, and we're going to do Shopify videos in the future, but with the Shopify world, you have people that come out with videos every month, every week, every whatever, and they come out, let's say, they say, use these top 5 winning products to make money of January 2022, or October 2022, February 2022, top 5 products, top this, top that. And basically what they're telling you is these top 5 products for this month are winning products. Well, there's a problem with that because what you're saying is that these 5 products are going to make you money. They're a cash grab. That's not always the case, right? It depends on who the products are exposed to. And this is my whole kind of concept. And I'm using Shopify as a metaphor, right? The Shopify concept. The YouTubers, they know that people are looking and they're very, very hungry to make money. So the YouTubers know that there are people who are very hungry to make money. So if they watch the video, and that's what they're trying to get as many views as possible, which I don't blame them, they're trying to get as many views as possible so that they can kind of, profit off of that. But here's the problem with that. You're making that individual believe that these 5 products are money making. But what you're not telling them is that it will require the right kind of marketing, the right kind of presentation, the right kind of copywriting for that customer to convert. Because let's be honest, all products are sold all months of the year. For example, somebody can make millions of dollars selling toilets. Another individual could make millions of dollars selling weights. Another individual could make millions of dollars selling pencils. It doesn't really matter. All it matters is if the seller finds the right customer through advertising, through marketing, through all these different things. Well, it goes the same for Redbubble. If I show you a quote-unquote winning keyword, let's just assume that what these winning keywords are, these secret magical keywords, let's say they're very, very high search volume type keywords with very low competition. Let's just assume that's what the criteria of these keywords are, right? So if you tell me, what's a winning keyword? And I tell you, a winning keyword is an example of a keyword that gets a high search volume, low competition, right? Based on that criteria, if I show you a keyword like that, it wouldn't matter because the buyer has to look at your design and has to logically think, okay, I like this design enough to buy it. And what we're doing when we do things like this is we totally neglect the concept that there are skills that are needed to be developed. We neglect the concept that there are things that need to be understood when it comes down to print on demand. One aspect of that is the design approach. Imagine if I search for the keyword star, right? And I'm genuinely looking for a star design. And let's just say in the keyword star, I see 1.5 million results of just trees. Trees. I'm not going to make a purchase because I'm not interested in trees. I'm interested in a star t-shirt or a star sticker or a star whatever, right? That's kind of my concept here, is that it doesn't matter what keywords somebody gives you and you think that it's magical and you think you're going to make money off of. What matters is the idea, the concept of, okay, am I going to go left or am I going to go right? And by the way, both choices are equally valiant. If you choose to go for a very competitive niche, create a design in that very competitive niche, and realize that you're probably not going to make a sale unless you're really lucky, and you have to take that design, you have to market outside elsewhere, then that's a valiant effort. But if you go the other way and you say, okay, let me go for a less competitive niche, let me create my design, let me sit back and wait for something, because I know I don't have an audience to market to, that's also valiant. I like to take the approach of, what about a hybrid between the two? What about, sometimes we do the competitive, sometimes we do the non-competitive. What if we do both, right? Right? Why don't we do a little bit of everything? But my point is just understand that you're being fooled if you think that there are certain keywords that are going to change your life, that you're going to just make designs in, and then all of a sudden you're going to make money off of. And I realized this, guys, when I was doing the trend of the week, and I think I only did like 2 videos of these, where I would research certain trends and I would share them. The only problem with that is let's just say, if somebody was to make money off those trends, how many people are logically going to make money off that? It is not much. And I'll give you an example. The keyword star or blue star, let's just go ahead and use the keyword blue star. This is a better example. Blue star is not, blue star is not a trend, right? It's not a trending topic by any means. 308,000 results. If I search for on Google blue star sticker, what the search volume is 140 search volume. There's 140 people looking for a blue star sticker. Now let's just imagine in some far distant galaxy where all 140 people happen to land on Redbubble. Well, out of 308,000 results, only 140 people can potentially purchase. They're potential clients. That's not that many people. What I'm trying to say is, and this goes back to the video that I made about trends, is that trends are not as profitable as people think. These profitable keywords, profitable trends, they're not as profitable as people think. It's just a cash grab, right? It's like a one-time thing. If you're lucky to make money on it, if you don't make money on it, it's pretty much history. There's not much into it. All I'm trying to say is, let's just be logical. Let's be realistic. Sorry for the clickbait. I'll just be 100% honest. I know some of the people were coming to this video thinking that I'm going to give them keywords that are just going to change their life, but hopefully you walked away with this video with a concept of understanding that that's fugazi. It's just not real. And for those who don't know what fugazi means, back in the day, and maybe I know this because I live in New York, but back in the day, there was, I believe, a bread company I think it was a bread company. And the bread company, they're responsible for making bread and shipping it to grocery stores, restaurants, all these things. And at least from what I know, this is the story that I know. I'm not sure this is 100% true. This is the story that I heard. And their company was named Fugazi. And that was their name. And there was no negative attachment to it. But what would happen is they would write purchase orders to their in check form to their manufacturers. So they would buy things like not manufacturers, whatever, the raw materials, right? I don't know if you want to call that manufacturers, but the flour, the water, whatever you want to call it, the yeast, all these stuff. They would write checks basically that bounced to these companies, right? Who provided these raw ingredients, these raw materials. And eventually, people caught on to every single check that this company writes is fake. So they said, "Oh, that's fugazi. That's fugazi. Like, you don't know, that check is fugazi. It doesn't work. It bounces. It's fake." My point is that don't try to fall into the hype. There's not going to be a keyword that's going to change your life or save your life, because the reality is, if somebody, a YouTuber, let's just say, puts out a video on a certain keyword, that keyword is going to be engulfed pretty quickly. It's a matter of minutes, and I'm not even talking about my channel, but it's a matter of minutes until somebody else mentions it or somebody else talks about it or something like that. And that's why I say kind of like, be careful, just be aware. I would say there are certain niches, though, that do make money. Let's be honest. Let's use, for example, the crypto niche. Even though crypto itself is down right now, there is an upward trend with crypto. If you look in the past like 4 or 5 years, crypto has only been moving upward overall. Now, yes, there has some downtrends, but like, let's just go to Google Trends, for example, and let's type in crypto. I just want to show you guys this. Like, somebody could look at this, and yes, it's down right now, but overall, in the past 5 years, right, our down period now is still higher than it was 5 years ago. It has its ups and downs, yes, but it's still higher. What I'm trying to say is that the crypto niche has made more money this year than it has last year. And it's made more money last year than it has the year before, et cetera, right? And so on and so forth. The point is there are certain niches that you can make money off of, more than you could have made before because of their upward quote-unquote trends. But there's not going to be a certain keyword that, like I said, is going to change your life. So hopefully this video comes to you guys in peace and just kind of shares the truth about these kind of money-making keyword niches, categories, whatever you want to call them, all right? I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out. Bye.